Srinvatam Sukata Krishna Punjasravana Kirtana. When we develop a taste for hearing and chanting, Krishna is so pleased. He removes all of the shortcomings and the impurities from within our heart. You cannot remove your ego. You cannot remove your lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, and illusions. They are insurmountable. But if you somehow or other develop an eagerness to hear and chant, an eagerness to serve the message that you are hearing and chanting, Krishna will do it for you. It is His promise. But the nature of the mind is so unsteady, chanchalam, that sometimes we are eager to hear and chant, and sometimes we are bored. Hare Krishna. Sometimes we're just in the mood because we're a little more influenced by sattva guna. Oh yes, I want to go to the temple to hear Srimad-Bhagavatam class. I want to chant my rounds today so nicely. And other days, Rajaguna influences us. And we think, yes, I like this hearing and chanting very much, but I have so many other occupations I must do. I must talk to this person, and I must make this meeting, and I must get more money. Busy, busy, busy. And sometimes tamaguna influences us. I went to Bhagavatam class yesterday. There's no need to go today. Better I sleep. It's time to chant japa. Somehow I'll get it over with. Actually, this chanting japa, I've been doing it for so many years, it's becoming boring. When will the next yuga come? So there'll be another yuga dharma. How long do I have to wait to just go on with this same yuga dharma? And this maha mantra. Same mantra. How long will it remain maha? The mind says, so we're not very eager to hear and chant. But yet the price of Krishna is to be eager to hear and chant. Therefore, we must show Krishna we want to be eager to hear and chant. And how is that possible? By acting eager as an austerity. No matter what our mind is telling us, we will run to the temple to hear Srimad-Bhagavatam. We will run to the kirtan of the holy name. We will run to our japa beads, and we will be chanting with all our might, with all of the intention that we can possibly give to the holy name. We'll be enthusiastic. We'll put life into what we give. Even if we feel nothing, we will do as an austerity to please Krishna, to show Him we want it. And when Krishna sees we really want it, then He will give us that higher taste for hearing and chanting. And also Srimad-Bhagavatam describes that by serving great souls, by sincerely serving their instructions in a mood of humility, Krishna is pleased by that service and give us the higher taste for hearing and chanting. Some people want to become bhajananandis. They think, I have such a taste for hearing and chanting. Let me just be like Haridas Thakur and chant so many lakhs of Mahamantra every day. Hare Krishna. People have done like this. Srila Prabhupada explained they are in illusion. because that taste for hearing and chanting will be only a shadow unless we are engaged in service, unless we have a humble desire to serve Guru and serve Vaishnavas. So there is a wonderful process given to us. The service of the order of the spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada is everyone's spiritual master in a Hare Krishna movement. And he has many representatives repeating his words. His instruction is our life and soul. Be eager, anxious to read his books, to hear the devotees discussing these books in classes, to chant your japa, to chant in kirtan, to take prasad, and to serve in every possible way. Just by following this process attentively with our hearts, we will please Krishna. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. And then Krishna gives us to taste the hunger, the thirst to hear and chant. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited the qualities of the supreme most devotee. He was starving for hearing the glories of the Lord. He would ask Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Gadadhar Pandit, please chant these songs glorifying Krishna. Please recite Srimad-Bhagavatam to me. One time when Lord Chaitanya was traveling, he came to one village and there was one man reading Srimad-Bhagavatam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, upon hearing the slokas of Srimad-Bhagavatam being read with such enthusiasm and devotion, he fell into ecstasy. He began to weep and cry. His limbs began to tremble. And he began to call out with such affection to that devotee. He said, read it again. Go on reciting. Go on reciting. The devotee continued reciting Srimad-Bhagavatam. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to dance in ecstasy as Srimad-Bhagavatam was being narrated. And he did this for 8 hours. And after every sloka, Mahaprabhu was saying, go on reading, go on reading, go on reciting. And he went on reciting. Mahaprabhu was dancing and crying, go on reciting, recite, go on. This was his taste, his hunger to hear Bhagavatam. I don't see anyone dancing now. We've only been speaking for half hour. We have no taste. But Lord Chaitanya, he had such a taste, they couldn't get enough. We're thinking, when will this recitation end? I want food. I want sleep. I want to talk to my wife. We have so many desires. But Mahaprabhu, he didn't want any of these things. Go on reciting! 8 hours went by, never ended. Finally the devotee said, please, please, my Lord. They had to stop him. He would have gone on eternally. Recite, recite! The ambrosial nectar of Bhagavatam. He embraced the reciter. Every now and then, as he was dancing in ecstatic love and the devotee was reciting, Mahaprabhu would just embrace him and bathe him with tears, and the devotee would start trembling in ecstasy, and then he would go on reciting. This was such a wonderful pastime. And after it was all came to its conclusion, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with great love, he said, from this day I give you the name Bhagavat Acharya, the true teacher of Srimad-Bhagavatam. So this is what we are longing for. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu played in Shikshastakam. upon the recitation of your name, my Lord Krishna? When will tears pour like rivers from my eyes? When will my hair stand on end, my limbs tremble, and my voice get choked up? Kabe habe bolo de se din amar. Bhakti Vinod Thakur prays, when will that day be mine? When I can truly be more humble than a blade of grass, only then will I have the real taste for chanting the holy names. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnana amani namanadena kirtaniya sadahari. When you are humble like a blade of grass, tolerant like tree, ready to offer all respect to others and expect none in return, then the true taste for hearing and chanting awakens in your heart. Kirtaneya sadahari. Then day and night you just want to hear and chant. So we must render humble service. We must carry out the orders, but the first order is chant attentively your 16 rounds every single day with a strict vow. Hear Srimad-Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and the various Vaishnava scriptures every day with a vow. It is life or death. It is emergency. This world is a burning fire. There's no time to wait. We may have many other duties and responsibilities, but they must be secondary to our hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. If we are irresponsible in our secondary duties, then we are not proper devotees. We must be responsible in all our duties, but we must put maximum emphasis on our primary duties, hearing the glories of the Lord and chanting His holy name. And our great longing should always be with those devotees who have a taste for hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.